One documentation shortcut is autotext. Autotext can be something as simple as a simple free text phrase, or it can be a very complicated customized template. What you make and how you use it is up to you. The process for doing both is basically the same. We're going to start with a simple autotext. From within any free text field, it can be power notes, dynamic documentation, a provider letter, patient letter, a general message, or one of the admin managed MPage free text sections. Click the autotext Manage Autotext icon. Select New Phrase. Type in the abbreviation of your choice. The abbreviation needs to start with a special character. The system-defined autotext begin with a dot. To keep your autotext unique and easy to find, use a different character such as a slash or a caret. The abbreviation should also include the text that helps identify what the content of that autotext is, or what is it designed to be used for. Click the Add Text icon. In one of the text boxes, type in the text you desire. Add any font changes. There's one nice little thing that you can do inside of these autotexts. If you use an underscore, it allows you to use the F3 key while you're in a chart to go from blank to blank. When you click the F3 button, it will take you from the place to type in the age, then the place to type in the sex, then the place to type in the signs and symptoms, which saves you time, and then convert. Converting the text will cause the information to display in both the top and the bottom boxes. This allows the autotext to be used in either a power note, which uses one type of formatting, or a dynamic document, which uses another type of formatting. Click OK. The text will display partially in the Details section of the Manage Autotext box. Select Save and then Close. To use the autotext, place your cursor in a free text space of a note and type the special character. The list of all the autotext starting with that special character will display. Double-click on the desired one, and the autotext will now be in your note. Using the same Manage Autotext icon, you can create your own customized template, which can automatically pull in information like vitals, diagnoses, labs, all from the patient's chart. The process is similar to that of creating the simple autotext. However, you'll be able to pull in multiple phrases at one time. You develop this in steps. Select the Manage icon, click New Phrase, and then create your abbreviation for something such as /mytemplate. Click the Add Text icon. In the bottom text window, type in the first heading for your template. If you're going to ever use this in something other than dynamic documentation, you'll want to make sure that you convert it to the RTF. If it's only going to be used as a dynamic document, you can leave it in the HTML. If you're going to convert, do this with each step. Click OK. In the Details section of the Manage Autotext icon, you should see the first part of your template. To add a space so that your formatting is nice, select the Add Text button, move your cursor to the bottom text, click Enter, convert that space, and say OK. The space may be above the previous section. To move the space below the subjective, click on the blank space within the Details section and click Move down in the list. Repeat this step over and over again to create each of your sections that you want to have. Now you can add smart templates inside of some of these sections. Instead of clicking the Add to Text, click the Add Template icon. The list shows all the available templates or information that can be pulled in from the patient's chart. In the Details window of the Manage icon box, the smart template that's been added will be listed. Move it to the right place in the order of the list. Continue doing this for all the templates you may want, because you may want to add the Fishbone Labs or the Home Meds. When you're completely done, click Save and Close. In order to create this note, In dynamic documentation then, you would open the free text note template, and in the free text field, click your abbreviation, put your /my, double click, and then it will populate. This is a quick way to create a template that meets your specific needs for such things as consults or routine visits with patients. If you use Power Notes for your documentation, there are a couple of shortcuts to speed the documentation completion process. Macros are a way to save a group of responses to be used anytime a note with that section is used. Open a note, select all the responses for a given sentence or paragraph. We'll create a negative review of systems and an upper respiratory infection review of systems. Right-click on the section title and choose Save Macro As, and identify the macro with a name which denotes the contents for the macro. This places an M next to the name of the section. Repeat this process for any other macros desired for this section. To use the macros in the future, click on the M and select the desired macro from the list of available options. You can then alter what the macro placed, because if you have one item that would be different, you just click that one item and then you're done with that section. You can have multiple macros for each section. The macros will be available in other note templates if they contain the exact same section as the one where you have saved the macro. Another way to speed documentation process with Power Notes is to save pre-completed notes. Pre-completed notes are notes with the many details already populated. This type of shortcut is very useful for documentation regarding procedures or patient events that frequently have predictable processes or responses, such as minor procedures or uncomplicated vaginal deliveries. Open a note template, enter all the details desired. You can include free text and auto text. When done with the note detail completion, select the documentation from the task menu at the top of the screen. Select Save Pre-completed Note As and enter a name for the template which notes the type of details it contains. This note will then display on the Pre-completed tab in the Power Notes documentation windows. You can also save templates, pre-completed or not, as favorites. This eases finding the templates which you frequently use. From within the New Note screen of Power Notes, search for a Power Note template that you desire. You can find the templates by searching for a new template in the Encounter Pathway tab, or in the folders of the catalog, finding an existing document, or looking at your pre-completed notes. Click to highlight the note to be added as a favorite. Click the Add to Favorites button. The selected note will appear under the Favorites tab in the New Note window.